Good morning, family. Oh. We are almost through the week. Welcome to another episode of the Purpose Experience. Say it with me now. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. Hold on, let me fix everything. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. I hope that you are feeling amazing today. Super fantabulous. It is a beautiful day. Hopefully it was warm at first yesterday and then it went totally to freezing. Let me go ahead. As you come in, say good morning. And I switched it up a little bit today. Instead of, maybe the mind can see something different. Instead of what are you grateful for? Things that made me smile this week. Tell me things that made you smile just this week alone. I thought about it. One, being able to, of course, get work done. But yesterday, so when I went away last weekend, I had bought my mom a dress. I found a Ross in Ocean City, Maryland. So I bought my mom a dress. And when I went out the door, everything kept beeping. So we brought it back in, myself and the checkout lady. We checked to see if there was a sensor on it. We didn't find anything. But of course, I get all the way back to Delaware and there's a sensor tag on it. And Mom wanted to wear the dress today because she has a big presentation. So I'm grateful that even after my long day of work, I was able to take the dress back, and because she was like, oh, I'm not going to get to wear the dress, am I? So I was able to surprise her and take it back so that and y'all pray for her now, that she has an awesome presentation. Yes, Rita, Ross is absolutely the store. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. But I love when it's on point and I can just grab some quick items. Woohoo! So again, let me go back to it in case you're just joining us. Things that made you smile this week. What were they? Go ahead and write them into the chat. I'm excited today. We have some special announcements. But before we get to that, let's go ahead. Hold on, I had it pulled up. Let's go ahead to our scripture reading. We'll be coming from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 4 through 5. Good morning, Miss Allison. Verses 4 through 5. All right. It wasn't so long ago that you were mired in the old stagnant life of sin. You let the world, which doesn't know the first thing about living, tell you how to live. Live. You filled your lungs with polluted unbelief and then exhaled disobedience. Ooh. We all did it, all of us, doing what we felt like doing, when we felt like doing it, all of us in the same boat. It's a wonder God didn't lose his temper and do away with the whole lot of us. Instead, immense in mercy and with an incredible love, he embraced us. He took our sin-dead lives and made us alive in Christ. He did all this on his own with no help from us. Then he picked us up and set us down in highest heaven in company with Jesus, our Messiah. Ooh, ain't that a word on today? Yes, she said we went to the tulip farm and that made us smile. I saw that. That was so beautiful. Good morning, Toya. Now let us go ahead to our announcements. I found out some special news this morning and I see that she is on, so we'll start with her. This Saturday, I hear, is it's going to be a royal and riveting celebration because our lovely Miss Allison Stewart is turning 60. Y'all go in the chat and wish her a happy birthday. Her niece Rita let me know she wanted to show her some love. So happy birthday, Allison. We love you so much. We're so happy to have you join us each morning and be a part of our family. And we hope and pray that 60, is just so magnificent and you walking in your purpose. Show her some love, guys. And then we have a special announcement from another one. Y'all doing some big things. Another one of our faithful family members, our listeners, Miss Asaya Fisher, has an awesome program she wanted to tell you guys about. Check it out.
My Little Zoom School with Mrs. Fisher is a 30-minute daily virtual education session to reinforce skills to prepare your preschooler for educational success. During these daily sessions, Mrs. Fisher will work to strengthen skills such as listening, speaking, reading, writing, social emotional, math, self-care, fine motor, gross motor, and so much more. Be sure to sign up today.
Isn't that awesome? So for our parents who are looking for an amazing resource for your preschoolers, My Little Zoom School, you better go ahead and give them those skills that they need to walk in their purpose and to succeed further in life. And just a reminder, I'll play the commercial at the end, but again, at Levante and Dorsey and Associates, if you know some babies, some kiddos who are in K through 12th grade, uninsured, but have experienced the trauma, we want to be able to serve them and help them through the issues that they face. But let's go ahead and get into our topic for today. And I was trying to think of a way to make this apply to multiple areas of our life. So you got to put on your creative thinking cap here, because the question is, are you settling? And we're going to talk about it in regards to relationships. And again, we got to be creative. So it can be a love relationship. That's what I'm going to lean more towards. Are you settling in friendships? Some friendship groups that should have been gone that you're holding on to for dear life, but they don't deserve to be around you. Are you settling? And this could be anything. Are you settling in your church home and you're not growing there and you really need to find somewhere else that really feeds your spirit? Are you settling on your job, knowing that it is time for you to move on and elevate to a new position, but you're so comfortable that you're afraid to do so? The question is, my family, are you settling? So let's go ahead and dig into what it would look like if you're settling. And a lot of us do this. So I'm going to talk again from the relationship standpoint, but you guys can put on those other lenses to consider, all right, is this how this is looking in my life? For relationships with your boo thing now, I know, don't y'all beat me up because I know you still love the person, but I want you to really look at how you've been feeling lately about the relationship and if it's really for you. This is for my brothers and my sisters, right? So are you looking more so, and we do this, we're hopeful people, at the potential, or are you looking at the reality? Because a lot of times we get stuck in the fact of, well, I can see where I got vision. I can see where they can go, where they can grow, where they can get better. And I'm hoping that I can change them. Now, two things for certain. One thing I have learned is that one, you can't change nobody, period, because you don't have the potential to do that. And two, unless that person really, really wants to work on some things, you're going to keep hitting a brick wall. So at times, yes, we can ask for behavior modifications or have them make small tweaks, but are you hoping so big that you're dreaming and hoping for a whole different person? Or are you seeing who you're really with, accepting them for who they are, and loving them no matter what? Now, let me put on that other lens for you guys. For your church home, for your job, are you seeing it for what it really is and what it's really giving you? Or are you hoping, you're holding on and hoping that it's going to improve when really it just ain't going to line up for you? And is it that you need to make a change? So for those who don't have a relationship, think of other areas in your life, all right? Then we want to look at, in the relationship, is it disrespectful or respect for you? Does the person kind of put you down all the time? Or are they showing you the love and care that you really need? And the disrespect will show up with you feeling on edge most of the time. You wondering, oh goodness, when is the next time they're going to complain about something that I do? You not feeling that loving support and nurture that you should always have within the relationship. And at times we say, oh, well, that's just an isolated incident, or once I do this different, they'll stop doing this. Well, no, right? We don't want to be in relationships where people are disrespecting us. But lately, I've been seeing cases where I think we want love and relationships so bad that we're accepting any kind of package that it comes in. And I'm here to tell you today, absolutely not. Because what you'll find is you'll be stuck in the situation, miserable as heck, losing yourself, not having a mind to think for yourself. And that is not what we want. Because that wouldn't be walking in your purpose, right? And then, are their needs met or are there unmet needs? So are you constantly saying, I would like to see this in a relationship. I need this. And they listen for about 5 good seconds and don't cash in on none of those promises that they said they were going to give. Come on now. I know y'all done been there before because I sure have. Right? So are your needs being met in a way where they hear you, they put it on their task list to execute? It's maybe not the same level of importance to them, but it's important because it's important to you. So the question is, are your needs being met in the relationship, or are you forever hoping maybe this one time they'll remember what I asked for? Maybe they'll surprise me with something. Maybe they will cash in. Come on now. Y'all quiet today. Y'all must be taking it in. And then, is there insecurity and lowering of expectations? So at one point you were like on cloud 9. You knew this person was going to meet your need. You were here with it. But then you realize, oh, they ain't going to get it. Okay, let me change what I'm expecting out of them or what my standards are for them because they're just not getting there. And really, you're walking around sad and miserable and not feeling totally happy. Are you settling? Right? And at times let me not jump ahead because hold on. Are you settling? Are you lowering your expectations just to be with this person, right? And then a lot of times, and I found myself in this situation in a relationship, and we would think about how it was in the beginning, and it felt like that is what was holding the relationship, when in actuality, years later, it wasn't nothing like that. There was disrespect. There was me hoping for something that sure enough wasn't coming, right? My needs weren't being met in any capacity, but because I was holding on to this picture and they swept in and swept me off my feet and I was like, this is it. Because I held on to that one fragment versus looking at what was real in the relationship. Am I making sense today? Missing how it used to be versus looking at what is really in front of you today. Another sign to know if you are settling, she said, been there, if you are settling is, are you frequently complaining to your friends about your relationship? Like every day they get a new story about how unhappy you are. And at this point, this is why I say come to therapy, because your friend's going to get tired of it. At this point, they just like, girl, let it go. Because they see how unhappy you are. And I know a lot of times there are different reasons that keep us in different situations, right? Whether it be financial, whether it be the comfort, whether it be the emotional manipulation that the person gives, because that's a whole thing right there. The things they say and do to hold you so that you don't leave them. That's a part of it. So if you're frequently complaining to your friends or family about it, you're not happy. And why do we want you happy? Because when you are happy and filled with joy and your mind is clear so you can think, that gives you true room to walk in your purpose. And we are all about you walking in your purpose, sis. All about you walking in your purpose, brother. And then our last question with are you settling is your reason. And we talk about this a lot. What is your reason, your why for being in the relationship? Are you really in love with this person? Are they meeting your needs? Are they respecting you? Or are you instead focused on, well, that clock is ticking, so I need to get this done, or my mama or my daddy pressuring me and telling me I need to go ahead and get with someone, or because it looks good with this eye candy on my arm. No, especially if they're not even meeting your needs, you're lowering your expectations. It's just not going well. So you have to be careful to hone in on what is my reason for being here. And just as we apply those to relationships, the same thing with your job or your church. Are your needs being met? Are you lowering your expectations, or are you not having to bring your full self into the position because it's just not challenging you? Do you need to make a change? Was it fun and exciting in the beginning on your job, and then now you look back and it's like, oh my goodness, this is boring. I can sure enough be doing something else, right? Are you complaining to your family and friends about your job? See how we can switch that and apply it? Are you settling? What is your reason for staying in the job, for staying in the church, for staying in the certain friendship? What we don't want to do is settle in any areas of our lives, because we have so much, there is so much to give and do in this world and to walk in your purpose, family. So if you see that you are settling, it's time to come up with a game plan to change that all around. Really sit with yourself, sit in the emotions, sit in the quiet space and think, is this really where I should be? Or do I have the strength, the power, the purpose to push forward into new levels in order to be the best version of myself? I hope that you guys were taking notes and that you got this, because I don't want my family, I don't want my sisters and brothers settling in any areas of life. I want you to keep pushing forward and reaching to those new heights that I know you absolutely deserve. So if somebody not treating you right in a relationship, time to go. If that job ain't serving you, time to go. If that friend group is treating you like you ain't nothing special, time to go. I love you guys. This is our last day together this week. Make sure to share this out because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody around these parts is settling, and we don't want that anymore. Have an amazing weekend. Again, Miss Allison, happy birthday, and celebrate it big for us. Love you guys. Bye. Hello, my Delaware family. My name is Levante Dorsey, the owner of Levante and Dorsey and Associates, a mental health private practice located in Delaware. I am here with some exciting news. Do you know of a child or a youth in need of therapy services due to a trauma that they have faced, but because they do not have health insurance are unable to access that treatment? Well, great news today. We are now offering free trauma therapy for those kiddos, those youth in grades K through 12 in need of services. So whether they may have suffered a loss, a divorce, abuse, domestic violence, any traumatic experience that they have had, we want them to be able to get the care that they need. So feel free to share this out with family and friends, and to call or text us at 302-956-9188 so we can get those kiddos the treatment that they need to work through this trauma. Also, if you know of any mental health therapists, or if you are a mental health therapist, we are hiring, whether it be part-time or full-time. All you have to do again is give us a call or text at 302-956-9188 so that you can help have an impact on our community here in Delaware. Again, please share this out because we want everyone to get the treatment that they need and deserve. Look forward to hearing from you guys.